the Corporate Governance Committee, and I'd like to call this meeting to order. Mr. Curse, are there any public speakers?
Yes, we have 4 public speakers today. Ms. Tiffany Nguyen will walk us through.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning. We have 4 members of the public registered to speak today. As a reminder, we ask that all public speakers adhere to the MTA's rules and conduct of decorum. I would also like to remind our public speakers that in the interest of time and fairness to all speakers, we limit everyone to 2 minutes. Please be aware that there will be a warning beep to remind you have 30 seconds to conclude your remarks. The first speaker is Christopher Greif, followed by Jason Anthony.
Good morning. I'm Christopher D. Greif. Before I say anything, on your booklet from last time we had meeting, you spelled my mother's name wrong. Her first name is Debra. You spelled the Hebrew way. Thank God you didn't say grief, because we'll cause grief. A little morning joke. But also, I am very pleased to see, as I'm reading the bylaws and all the rules and regulations, I'm glad to see it's getting more updated, more to make sure that we follow the rules, especially the ADA laws. So I just wanted to be saying thank you for putting it out, and anything else that we have to continue moving forward to the future, because a lot of committees, a lot of meetings, anywhere we go, they have to understand we have to follow updated rules, especially the ADA law, the human rights laws, and any laws that needs to be put in to make sure not just staff, not just the MTA employees, but everyone for safety. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next speaker is Jason Anthony, followed by Mr. X.
Good morning, everybody. Jason Anthony, the Transit Group. Like my colleague said, I think we are the only agency that has bylaws and follow them through. Because if we look west of us, we got 2 agencies that threw their bylaws through the window. That is New Jersey Transit Corporation and the Port Authority. And as I remember, they don't follow their own bylaws. They threw it out to the window. And the MTA is the only one that I could think of that follow their bylaws, they update them every year, and they comply with them, including they are ADA friendly. So I'm very glad that we have bylaws and they update them very frequently. So I'm very glad of that. And that's all I have to say for this month. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Our last speaker is Mr. X.
Just for the record, I understand when Joseph Loder was the MTA head the second time under the same governor, he and a certain volunteer brought me a complaint about me. Well, I've had many concerns at previous board meetings, also public hearings, and they fell on deaf ears. Okay, I decide who I hold accountable at board meetings and public hearings. Okay. Years ago, I had decided to hold 2 people accountable. Simultaneously, let's kill 2 birds with 1 stone. And one of them sent the MTA Police Department after me. That individual, or say Godzilla, grabbed me, which I didn't appreciate. And one individual who sent him after me made a racist remark to former TW local head Anthony Otano, looks like George Steinbrenner, with a smaller head. One of the TW local representatives cursed him out. MTA police didn't go after them, but went after me, just grabbed me. Because the individual who sent him after me said my comments about his predecessor were disgusting. I don't know what was so disgusting about my comments. So you need to take that into consideration. Okay? For them to grab me when I hadn't done anything dangerous, corruptive, dangerous, illegal, or wrong is outrageous. Take that into consideration.
Thank you. And Chair, this concludes our public comment section.
Thank you, and thank you to all the speakers who have joined us today. The minutes from the May 28th, 2025 meeting are in your committee books. Are there any questions regarding the minutes? No. Right, we do not have a quorum at this time, so we will postpone voting on those minutes at this point.
I can take you through the work plan.
Please, thank you.
You're welcome. So the first item on the agenda is approval of the work plan for 2026. We've included the proposed work plan in your committee book. Again, it was for your review and approval. However, we do not have a quorum, so we will address this issue at the board meeting this week.
Is there any,
Yes, sir.
can't figure out how to use the new mic system. All right, is this, yeah, okay,
Yeah,
great.
that's it.
Is there any changes to the work plan?
No
that we-
changes to
okay,
the
then-
work
so
plan.
this
No.
is-
The work plan is basically structured to comply with what the requirements are in public authorities law, so it pretty much stays the same.
Hi, may I ask?
Sure.
So I'm new to this committee, so I'll probably be asking
Well, welcome.
some basic questions, so apologies about that. So how do agenda items get onto the work plan? Like if a board member has concern or kind of interest in a corporate governance issue, how does that happen?
So there are several committees that are statutorily required, right? Corporate governance and audit are statutorily required pursuant to public authorities law. Public authorities law also lays out the basic requirements for those committees. So a good portion of the work plan is structured to ensure compliance with that. In addition, the New York State Authority Budget Office has issued modeled guidelines for what a corporate governance committee should address. And again, our work plan ensures compliance with that. If there are additional items that you think the corporate governance committee should be looking at or addressing, the normal process would be to have a discussion with myself, the general counsel, and we could discuss where that would fit in appropriately, whether it would be corporate governance, audit, or some other committee.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Next on the committee is the MTA bylaws. Each year, this committee reviews the MTA bylaws. We are not recommending any changes at this time. Copies of the bylaws can be found in your committee book. Do you have any questions? Yes.
Just for my own edification and memory, what was the last major time we changed the MTA bylaws?
They are actually in your book.
Okay.
And the last revision, I believe, was 2013, but I would actually need to take a look to
Okay.
make sure I get it right.
Thank
There
you.
were some changes to the bylaws when we created Grand Central Madison Corporation as well, but let me get that information for you to be precise.
Thank you.
Any other questions regarding the bylaws? Good. Board committee charters. Next on the agenda is the committee charters. Each year, this committee is required to review the charters for itself and each of the committees. We are recommending a revision to the Diversity Committee Charter, incorporating a new section requiring the Chief Accessibility Officer to provide the Diversity Committee with reports regarding achievement of diversity as it relates to accessibility in the workplace. We are not recommending any other changes to any of the other committees. Do we have any questions?
I believe that's an excellent move, and I think that's going to be a major improvement. And I would recommend that, since we do not have a quorum, that we present this to the full board.
Chair also highly endorsed this and really excited this is going to happen, so thank you.
You're welcome. Next on the agenda is the governance guidelines. Each year, this committee, pursuant to public authorities law, is required to review its governance guidelines. We are not recommending any changes at this time. Copies of the guidelines are in your book for your review. Any questions regarding the guidelines? Next on the agenda, well, lastly on the agenda, are policies that require board approval. We have one policy that we are recommending to the board regarding MTA's continuing commitment to maintaining an alcohol and drug-free workplace for the board's review. This is an all-agency policy covering the MTA and each of its agencies. Each of the agencies still maintains its own alcohol and drug policy. This is just an overarching one, reaffirming our commitment to an alcohol and drug-free workplace. Any questions?
Again, I recommend that this matter be referred to the complete board for Wednesday's vote.
There are no other business for this committee. That concludes our agenda.
So we move to adjourn, except we don't have the votes, so we're just going to leave. So thank you. Thank you all for attending.
Thank you.